Mal schauen. Ach, heute sind wir ja in sehr gerne.
Pushed out into the harsh world, you are alone, but for a few allies. Those around you cannot see me. I am here and not here when you call to me.
Limited resources. It's not what you're used to living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need... Entschuldigung. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. Megan. Huh. Okay. Maintenance list. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home. It's a show of faith that he will be coming back. Unblock the storage door. Looks like something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell the stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and the look the other way fees to those Grand Guard bastards before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money.
Must be cursed. Daft old man, this is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
All right. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There are reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
This Dr. Hypatia. She seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire.
Ist das schon das gleiche Zeug, was wir schon gelesen haben? Moment. Ja, kennen wir schon. Blood of the Bell House, Chapter 4, Introduction. This chapter will focus on Edithia Abel, steward of Culero. With a sword in hand, she swept the marsh of raiders, sacrificing her life for Sarkonos. We will provide newly uncovered insights into the exploits of Rabinos Abel, who built the ornate wooden bridges of Zagunto. Follow along as we map out the expansions occurring under the Abels, through which trade routes to the other isles were established, bringing riches to the nation-state, even as waves of settlers continued to join Zakonos from Mali. The Abels balanced growth against Zakonan culture. In later chapters we will detail the times of Theodanes Abel, true son of Zakonos. Brave and benevolent, he united the East and West as no other before him. Even the rowdy people of Bastillion saw loyalty to him. One isle, one Zakonos, united under House Abel. Lastly, we will settle on Luca Abel, who rules today, partaking in feasts and merriments of all kinds, bringing joy to our fair isle. Einen Moment. Okay.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
The Shindari Gift, a study by Imura Clipswitch. On the effects of the winds on the Kanakan landmass and resulting economic positions. Whale oil, liquid power. How astonishing that within those beasts inside the oil harvested along with their flesh was enough power to see the isles through these tumultuous years. And it all seemed limitless, but now the lights begin to dim. Our fisherfolk say the great beasts are increasingly rare. Not all places will suffer this loss equally. Fellow natural philosophers, Kanaka has a unique feature. The cleft in Shindari Peak, through which the winds are channeled and amplified. As whale oil begins to run short, with the cost of finding the remaining leviathans escalating beyond the worth of the oil itself, Kanaka will find itself ascendant among the isles. Nom nom nom. Trying to fix the secondary engine, and on the idea of improving the head gasket's sealing with a guano coating is the worst you ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all inventors were as delicate and short-tempered as you are, you and I would still be paddling around in carved-out logs. Megan, I made some mulberry cake. It's my own recipe, improved by Tivian spices. I left it in the gallery. Anton, where are you, old fool? I hope nobody hurt you. I'll find you, I swear. I miss you.
I heard a story once of a sailor caught forever in a fog. It traveled with her across all the seas. I am that sailor. There will come a time when we must part. I only tell you this in the hope to make easier our farewells.
The jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
A reflection on my journey to the Pendisian continent by Anton Sokolov, chapter 16. To that on our first day on the continent, but the new world was not sated and would have one more. None other than the captain himself. His group had found a cluster of small rodents, much like rabbits or prairie moles. The lure of fresh meat proved too much temptation for our good captain, who had dined on scant fish and the same rations as the crew all these dreary months. He was able to grab one of the creatures with his bare hands, but the docile beasts were not so tame after all. Having allowed the captain to pick it up, the creature became enraged and delivered several stings from a gland hidden in its tail. The captain complained of heat and itching where the sting had penetrated, but insisted they press on. He died of asphyxiation within a quarter hour. It was suddenly obvious to me that at this rate of attrition we would not only fail to sufficiently research the continent, but we might soon lack enough crew to make the return voyage. Something had to be done to save the venture. And so I immediately declared myself captain. On my orders, the remaining crew kept on the relative safety of the beach for the duration of the week. Though I sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample of the prairie mole that had so swiftly killed the captain, as first and foremost ours was a research expedition.
If we should become parted someday, remember that I know exactly who you are, and that I treasure you.
Bloodfly study. I've wondered whether I have another book in me. The bloodfly epidemic, coupled with basic information on life cycle and behavior, might make an excellent project for this old natural philosopher. Blood flies are exotic insects. Unlike anything else found in Zakonos, I suspect they originated on the Pendician continent. In groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on larger numbers of bloodflies. Bloodflies are attracted to rapid movement and sound. Their nests can be broken apart, scattering the swarm, and in particular the nests are quite susceptible to fire. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion after a very short time. More corpses in a Zakonan city, say during a crisis or plague, mean more bloodflies. Interestingly, in the last part of a bloodfly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, each bloodfly lives a solitary existence, very odd. Bloodflies are largely restricted to the south, preferring warmer climates, like certain aging natural philosophers. Ah!
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov. He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwald in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Investigation notes. Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate, with good wines and spicy foods, without stumbling into another nest of aristocratic vipers eager to coil around the heart of this empire? As I've learned more each week for months now, I've found my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Karnaca. Duke Luca Bell and some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch. Betrayal that boggles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily. That much is certain. But when will they strike, and how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we even afford another week? Or should Megan and I set out for Crystal tonight, taking the sleeky tub up through the canal? Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know, and if I'm too hasty, it might be his undoing. Coming home to his native Zakonos without some critical piece of knowledge about this affair. And then there's the Crown Killer to worry about. If that fiend is part of Duke Abel's schemes, as I suspect, how long until the dreadful whale catches the Duke's eye?
Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov.
Gusto. Wieso lebt die eigentlich überhaupt noch? Haben wir die nicht im DLC vom ersten Teil gekillt? Anton seasick pills. Oh. Aha. At dawn I set out with the group that foraged east and included 2 other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly there and slowly made our way away from the shore up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of the native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and stems between pages and taking copious notes on several species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously. When suddenly a young Mr. Gravitt from the academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick an unfortunate place to step. Aggressive ant-like creatures swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that we quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. We finally managed to pull Gravitt from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we had come to his aid. Mr. Gravit, however, was bitten or stung, as I would eventually discover. So many times he was barely recognizable. Swollen unto deformity over every inch of his person. Moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples. Aue. Okay. So, auf geht's.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Teilweise was im Boot. Ja.
The powerful have been putting the screws to the underclass in Karnaca for years now. And the Grand Guard makes up new laws on the spot.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. You wanna buy one? Are you coming tonight?
I missed the time when I could go to sleep without wondering if I'd wake up.
Missed that.
Not this time. Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
What ship is that out there?
In the filth. You know the skipper hard to breathe around here. Yes!
Yeah.
Hello there.
There's no longer any doubt that the recently unseated Empress Emily Caldwin is responsible for the recent sting of horrible murders. The former monarch is on the run, confirming our suspicions about her guilt and association with the Crown Killer. Indeed, some have even suggested that Emily herself committed the appalling crimes, as it is well known she was raised by conspirators and murderers. The Grand Serkonan Guard has promised rewards for any information leading to an arrest, and warns the fugitive will be shot on sight if spotted. Duke Adele recently stated that the former Empress will likely receive a fair trial if she turns herself in peacefully and forthwith.
Promise, you know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Give him a chance to tell his side. Now I gotta be on the lookout.
It wasn't his fault, Mike.
No gooder with a
Sorry.
Every now and then one of those Grand Guard bastards pulls a stunt like that. It's getting worse. But I might be able to help you out.
We're listening.
There's a standard place that no one's claimed at one of the holding warehouses. I happen to know that no one's gonna claim it ever because it was dropped from a boat, loading up for freight port. It's good stuff. Spices.
Maybe I just won't pay at all.
The who's gonna say disgusting this year? And what's next? It's enough to make a move.
Fellow Sir Conan,
Just
in the
make it
Duke's
through this
absence,
shit.
I have the following
And I can
announcement.
go and have a mug or something.
New restrictions are now in place.
If you want my advice, just pay the fine and be done
In the
with
name
it.
of the former Empress, Emily Caldwell, and carried out by the former Royal Protector.
Seized right up. I told him to let it warm.
Stopping and questioning all foreigners and new
Don't be greedy, friend.
compliance.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood fly infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint. Let's hope you never need help.
Another day like yesterday?
Hey, come here. I have something that might interest you.
Okay.
My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute.
Men popo.
Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Welcome. Your face is no concern of mine. Why you cover your face is not my affair. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. I'll take that deal. Glad we could do business. Ah, you want blueprints for better weapons?
Oh.
News isn't good, they say. They should do like me. Never read it.
Ja. Was ist los?
You won't regret it. Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
Was ist denn damit? Kann ich das kaufen? Ah. Okay, 400. Sunken Supplies. 250, okay.
Can't afford them?
Nein.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
Tragen wir schon eine Maske? Anscheinend. Okay, mehr oder weniger. Mundschutz.
Gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the
It's
other side.
infested, all right. Moves.
Lento, you're either brave or desperate to accept this job. We use the smoke flash blood flies with full crews, but the infestations are bad now and the Duke cancelled the funding, so we get rid of the nests by hand. Here's what you need to know to stay alive. If you need to slip past a blood fly swarm or nest, keep your distance and move slowly, or they'll attack. When the blood flies are calm, you're fine. If they take flight and start glowing, it's trouble. If you get swarmed, you gotta run away or fight. Smash the blood flies or burn them. Same for the nests. A blood fly swarm will keep coming back until you destroy the nest for that swarm. That's really all you need to know. You'll do fine. Oh yeah, another thing. If you find any blood amber in a nest, just keep it as a bonus. But make sure the Grand Guard doesn't see it, or they'll ask for some urban sanitation tax or whatever. Good luck.
Slowly, stay away from the nests and try to avoid getting filled with bloodfly venom and eggs.
More likely we all get stung to death. Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Damn it, Carl.
Carl.
All right. We don't turn on each other. We'll find another way to make the coin. And another way to get past the wall of light.
Yeah. Keine Ahnung, warum das irgendwie direkt anfängt zu brennen, aber... Gerne. Traditional Conan songs. Elmira, please come home. Elmira, she left one day to work the clay, but never did come back this way. They say she found a silver vein no longer than the Empire's reign. Running deep the miner's way, looking for the light of day. Elmira, please come home. Elmira, she's down there still and always will, but she's my sweet Elmira or Elmira, keine Ahnung. Elmira, come home, bro. She's caught down in the deepest deeps, never eats and never sleeps. They say she sometimes calls my name, or that by now she's gone insane, turning left and all about, searching for the right way out. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's down there still and always will be my sweet. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, oops. Mana, Unterwasser-Mana, Regeneration, okay. Nom nom nom. Dreck!
Everyone is looking for me. It might pay to be discreet.
Of course I can.
Huh? I definitely heard something. Better check.
You aren't going anywhere!
Lucy! Don't let her escape you! Get away!
I'm with you!
Looking for a fight?
No! Aha! Begging for you and me now!
Wieso bringt ihr eure eigenen Leute um?
I'll be right there. I've been fighting scum like you since I put on the uniform.
Ich will die Leute nur bewusstlos machen und die bringen sie einfach um. Definitiv absolut nicht meine Schuld, wenn eure Scheißstadt mehr Fliegen bekommt. Kanaka's own Duke Luca Bell reportedly played a key role in the recent coup that unseated the unpopular Emily Caldwin. Our new Empress Delilah Caldwin made quick work of dissenters and has already issued several proclamations, which are sure to be welcomed in Dunwall after the failed reign of Emily Caldwin, known for shirking her duties in favor of more pleasurable pursuits and now blamed for orchestrating multiple assassinations against their critics. The coup is sure to increase our fortunes here in Kanaka, as Delilah Caldwell has strong ties with Duke Bell. Zakonos is now expected to rise in wealth and power within the Empire. There are ongoing reports of lingering unrest in Dunwall, as those who remain loyal to Empress Emily's corrupt reign are dealt with.
What? You again!
I don't want to die!
Oh, I'm sorry.
You hide your face, coward!
Oh, dear.
Oof. Haha.
What happened here?
They will rise up among you like a virulent swarm, devouring
Anyone here?
wherever.
Show yourself.
Well lived.
But strictures.
7 strictures is the end of existence.
Hey, how'd the execution go?
Someone there?
That.
What the?
Hey,
stop it!
What's going on here?
I know an ain't stand against the faithless any day.
What was that?
End of the road for you.
You're so. Let's see what
You aren't going anywhere. Come on. What's going on? Fair fight, miscreant.
So ein Chaos.
You're not supposed to be here. Let's see what you got.
I don't want to die.
You aren't going anywhere. I have her in sight. Cure the world. Let him go.
Did you hear that?
How dare you? What's going on here? Wait for my signal. You're gonna pay for his death. Come at me.
Ich hab eine umgebracht.
No mercy. Can't escape. I smell heresy on you. Surrender and die. Accept your fate, miscreant, against the faithless any day. Creature of the void. Shame on you.
About how you die.
Hello?
Hello?
Anyone here?
Hey, guys!
Show yourself. I'll feed you to the house.
Can't say I didn't warn him.
Oh, no, no.
No, 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 no. Okay, wie komme ich hier ungesehen wieder weg?
Somebody's not feeling well.
Time without end.
Huh?
A body?
What?
Here?
Next time.
Oh.
Huh?
You asked for it.
What happened?
What?
You think you're so
Even the
superior?
lowliest
Run while you still can, stranger.
squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing purity.
I can't stand the likes of you.
Oh man.
Come back here.
Is that?
No mercy. Miscreant. End of the road for you. A flanker.
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen. I warned you.
Surrender and die.
For that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of... If anyone asks, we just ran through. Yeah, we couldn't stop them.
Yeah.
Look everywhere. Where are you hiding, coward? Wait, where is... I know you're here somewhere.
They also overcharge sometimes. except...
Trust me. Don't stand too close to the wall of light.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Somebody's seen something. Now we're all on edge. My heart can't take much more of this.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Listen, I only need to...
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
What? Somebody's not feeling well.
What?
Huh?
Looks like she got away. A glittering thing, that's all it was. A bauble, a trinket. It had caught my eye.
Trinkets.
There comes a
If that was who I...
running around over there.
I smell heresy.
What was that?
Someone!
Looking for a fight? What's that?
Hallo Brocken.
Shit, what was that?
I'll cure the world from the likes of you!
What's going on? You can't stay hidden
You
forever.
don't stand a chance anyway. Keep trying.
You aren't going anywhere.
Anyone!
Come out, wherever you are.
Where is? Damn
Gotta
it!
be on the lookout.
Jetzt mal einkaufen. Okay, viel Spaß. Brocken. Viel Erfolg.
Someone's asking for something.
What? They will rise up among
What the?
like a virulent...
Stop!
Shit! What was that?
A flanker! Grenade! I definitely...
Someone protect me!
I don't want...
I'll be damned!
I wonder who that was.
That's a rat.
By the strictures! Come
What
out
happened here?
Wherever you are.
Anything yet, brother? Nothing here. You again.
Nothing here.
Can't escape. Surrender and die. I'll perform rites over your corpse, blasphemer. I smell heresy on you. For the Abbey! I'll cure the world from the likes of miscreant. Let him go. What about the shame on you? I will kill you for that. Ah!
What happened here?
What?
This time I'll get...
What? Someone, anyone! Help me! Someone, anyone!
I'll find you, you know.
That's not right!
What's going on? Huh?
What's going on? Na, endlich.
Let's find it.
You're not supposed to be here!
Kraft. Ah ne, Sacrifice, ne. Ah. Geht noch nicht. Ja, ja, ja. Höher springen. Ja, nice.
What? Somebody's down. We won't stop until you've been dug from your hole, coward. I swear I saw someone. Hello?
Oh.
Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. I don't have time for that. I know an agent of the outsider when I see one. You're so dead. Revenge! Be dead. The sniper inside. Don't take unnecessary risks. How You're gonna pay for his death. What? Die, creature of the void! You aren't going anywhere.
This won't take long.
Keep trying.
Be wiping off your blood like. Oh!
Come and face your judgment, apostate!
What do you think you're scaring me?
What? Somebody's not feeling well. I'm nobody. What do you want from me?
Nix. Tu dir doch nix.
What happened here?
Keine Ahnung.
Oh, no, no, no.
No, no, no.
Huh? What?
Where are you hiding, coward?
I'll be damned.
Ring, ding, ding. Oh, hallo.
As a general rule, I don't talk to strangers.
Okay. Aber wie lernst du dann Leute kennen? Wenn du mit jemandem sprichst, dann bleiben die doch immer Fremde. The Abbey of the Everyman. Except from a larger work on the history of the Overseers. The Abbey of the Everyman is the seat of religious power and inspiration for all Overseers across the Empire. The order arose over the years to protect the common people from the ravages of the outsider, until the need of a central bastion of authority was deemed necessary. This imposing structure is a destination for pilgrims seeking refuge or guidance. Many mistakenly attribute the Abbey's construction to High Overseer Benjamin Holger, when it was in actuality Holger's successor, John Clavering, who laid the foundation. Shortly after the Abbey was completed, every Overseer in the land gathered there and began to trek to White Cliff. There, a great siege commenced as the Overseers purged the region. The battle raged against heretics, witches and thralls of the outsider. Though Holger was killed in the struggle, Whitecliff was cleansed, and the ceremonial rites that followed lasted for a month, giving birth to many invocations and speeches which were inscribed in tomes and carried back to the abbey, where they are still revered today. 7 strictures. Surround your innermost being with these strictures and you will be safe. The 7 strictures are our core principles, taught and reinforced by Overseer across the Isles. From the principles stem all manner of rules, social codes and beliefs around the cosmos. First, wandering gaze. Second, lying tongue. Third, restless hands. Fourth, roving feet. Fifth, rampant hunger. Sixth, wanton flesh. Seventh, errant mind. All these behaviors must be restricted in order to keep one's heart free from malevolent influences. They are the inroads of the outsider. Kenmore. Yeah.
If an assailant is near, then I must be prepared.
Hey, you! This area is off limits.
Hey.
I'll kill you for this! Whoever did that will get them.
What? Okay.
You can't stay hidden forever.
Probably too late now.
Esteemed High Overseer Kulan, I hope you're in good health and not too nostalgic for Way Gone, which I'm told is striking this time of year. Forgive my stream of letters, for our problems in Zakonus are significant. Any insights you can offer would be welcome. Duke Abel is a travesty, openly disdainful for the Abbey, and yet I must maintain relations with him for the welfare of this nation. You've been called a unifier, something the Abbey greatly needs after the horrors of the Red Plague, so your guidance would be of value. Under the Duke, the streets here are overrun with cutthroats. Paolo and his gang grow bolder every day. Lastly, my recent correspondence with our oracular sisters has been troubling. Their responses have arrived after marked delay, and their recent proclamations possess an unusual cadence. Yours in favor, Vice Overseer Liam Byrne. Reports from the Oracle. Day 18. Sister Allison, Recorder of Proceedings. Also present is Sister Anne, Sister Margaret, and Sister Tabitha. The following is the true and complete transcript of the utterings of Sister Anne, Oracle. More incense, please. Yes, the past and the future meld. I am without body. Dust all about me. So thick my vision falters. It is greed in palpable form, hiding 1,000 evils. Oh, look, my sisters, heresy, 20 wretches, servants of the void, vile worshippers of the outsider. They are assembled there this very moment, in a hidden alley, the ground slick with fishmongers' detritus, in the heart of the Dust District. I am moving on now, still wrapped in dust, nearly blinded, yet I sense something. Other blasphemies hide nearby, a strange taste in my mouth. Oh, what is this? And here there was a pause, so long that Sister Tabitha finally broke the silence. My sister, has your vision ceased? Or if not, what do you observe? And Sister Anne answered thusly. I have a message for the Vice Overseer. Tell Byrne to end this needless meddling into the conservatory. And now Sister Anne will be needing some rest. And thus ended the session. Truly and complete in detail, Sister Allison. What?
Are you hiding, coward?
I was weak. I must be ever vigilant against the outsider. He knows my heart, tests me, taunts me. I will not give in.
Alter, halt's Maul. Alter, warum pfeift der so laut? Litany of the White Cliff, except from a series of Overseer invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd for the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander, beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt.
Some take comfort from the strictures.
Mit einem Puster alle gleichzeitig ausgemacht. Gute Lunge. The ancient music. Throughout the natural world there are ripples that we can barely perceive with our senses. An ancient music permeating everything as fundamental structural rule. Through it you can work wonders without violating the natural world or begin favors from begging favors from unfriendly spirits. Throughout my studies I have found a 17-note scale derived from this phenomenon, and with the right equipment those notes allow for astonishing effects. Not the least of these is the ability to calm the turbulence originating in the void, which we attribute to the outsider. Das war auch im ersten Teil schon drin. Ist da irgendwie... Habe ich aus Versehen die Granate getroffen, oder? Scheint fast so.
What?
Vice Overseer Liam Byrne.
Wait!
this heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else. Maybe Overseer Kendana. Until then, we stay where we are. Is someone there? For the Abbey! I smell heresy on you! I'll shoot! Here?
That's Mindy Blanchard.
Where did you find those drawings? I made them. As I said, I'm an artist. Mostly newspaper advertisements. These don't look like advertisements. They look like heretic nonsense intended to make your neighbor sick or bring back a loved one. Nothing will dissuade you of these notions, I'm sure. So instead of wasting my breath, I'll give you some advice. Take a bath once in a while, Overseer. And invest in some scented soap. Unless that's against one of the strictures. Conclusion. Apparently the accused suffered from a weakened heart, dying during the interrogation without providing anything further. His apartment on the canal should be searched for items or drawings of a profane nature. Oh, yeah.
That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
Oh. How about you meet me in our usual place tomorrow night? Be sure to bring the drawings we talked about. Sleaze. Deal greater damage with your sword attacks are slower. Nee, brauche ich nicht. Ich versuch ja kein Killer zu sein. Ist hier kein Code oder so? Funny stories. Early one morning, near dawn, Marcolo's wife hears a knock at the door. It's one of Marcolo's friends. "Where's my husband?" she asks. "He was supposed to be with you, picking up a case of Orban rum." "I'm sorry," says Marcolo's friend, "but something horrible happened at the distillery. Marcolo toppled head first into a barrel of rum and drowned." So the wife starts blubbering. "Oh, my love, he's gone. At least tell me it was a quick death." "I can't lie," says Marcolo's friend. "He got out 3 times to piss." Oh! Wait. What? Naja. Okay, keine Ahnung. Nein. Okay. Mach mal hier, dann. Nächstes Mal weiter. Kombination irgendwo finden, ja. Ich hoffe es doch.